I'm going to try to hold back my anger as long as I possibly can. Because after last night, after what we saw in CNN, I cannot even fathom. I can't even amplify my rage as what I've been hearing, what I've been seeing in clips. CNN, you disappointed me, and you disappointed this country by laying a twice impeached traitor and rapist on the air. I'm disgusted by CNN right now. And CNN has been my foremost source for information on what's going on in the world. But now you have lowered yourself to the level of Newsmax, Fox News, and ONN. That's what you've done. And I understand why you did. You think it will get you ratings. But the line needs to be drawn somewhere, and you crossed it. I'm going to read you this article from Salon.com. Geyser of disinformation. CNN gives Trump town hall to mock his victim and spread election denial. Written by Ray A. Hodge. CNN allowed Donald Trump to continue a previously scheduled campaign event in the town hall program Wednesday night, despite public outcry against the event after a Manhattan jury unanimously concluded that Trump sexually assaulted longtime columnist E. Jean Carroll. Trump used the live event to continue to spread false claims of the 2020 presidential election and to mock the woman he sexually abused. When CNN moderator Caitlin Collins asked Trump about the Carroll verdict, Trump bragged, "My poll numbers went up. They went up with the other charges too." Donald Trump chuckling as the audience laughed. I'll get back to that later, but let's move on. Asked whether he thought the verdict would hurt his popularity among female voters in 2024, Trump just shrugged. "No, I don't think so. I don't know her. I never met her. Her cat was named Vagina." Trump said this repeatedly, repeating many of the unfounded claims he wrote in his social media post Tuesday night, ranting against Carroll in an online meltdown. Trump also doubled down on remarks exposed in infamous Access Hollywood tape when he was caught bragging that famous people can get away with anything, adding, "Grab him by the pee." Collins asked whether he still stood by the remarks. His answer, "For a million years, this is the way it's been. People that are very powerful tend to do well in many ways," he said, muttering his last words. "Fortunately or unfortunately?" Collins asked. "Fortunately or unfortunate for her." Trump, who failed to attend his own trial, was also found liable for the defamation after he called Jean Carroll's account of the attack a con job. The jury did not find him liable for rape when he attacked Carroll in '96, though it gave no explanation why. "I'm telling you, he raped me," Carroll's testimony. As the case was civil rather than criminal, a jury could not convict or find Trump guilty, only liable, either as being responsible. And Trump will serve no prison time for sexually abusing a woman. In total, the jury awarded Carroll $5 million in damages. When an audience member asked how Trump intended to appeal to New Hampshire's female voters who were concerned about the overturning of Roe v. Wade, Trump didn't answer the question directly, nor did he answer further questions about whether he would sign a federal abortion ban if elected. "The fact is, I was able to terminate Roe v. Wade. I was so honored to do it. I'm proud of it. We had 3 great judges on the Supreme Court. Following the verdict, many called on CNN to cancel Trump's town hall appearance. Among them, a leading national gender equality advocacy group called Ultraviolet commissioned 2 billboards in New Hampshire and Georgia to amplify their calls. When media outlets like CNN give Trump a platform, they do a disservice to all of their viewers. Contrary to the news network's excuses, hosting a town hall with Trump isn't about hearing both sides. It's a brazen ploy to seize ratings. Now, this is Ultraviolet's Executive Director, Susanna Thomas. In our view, CNN's town hall provides Trump, who just got found guilty of sexual assault by a jury in a federal court, more opportunities to spread his lies and disinformation with impunity. Giving convicted or alleged perpetrators of sexual abuse a platform plays a significant role in perpetuating intense stigma and shame surrounding these issues. Survivors of sexual violence deserve better than this, and I tend to agree. Eddie Minstrel, a writer for The National, garnered the attention of prominent lawmakers with his remarks on Twitter. In a tweet that was liked by Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Minstrel sarcastically asked, CNN is going to cancel the town hall instead of platforming a sexual predator, right? Right? This is a tweet from Pod Save America's Dan Pilfer, who is one of the many voices knowing the fallout of CNN's decision. This isn't Caitlin Collins' fault. She's doing the best she can, but this is a gushing geyser of disinformation that cannot be fact-checked in real time. President Trump is the presidential Republican frontrunner, and it's our job, despite his unique circumstances, is to do what we do best, a CNN spokesperson said in a statement. That was the end of the article. I'm going to make something very clear to you, CNN. As I said earlier, you disappointed me greatly. You gave a platform to a man who would burn this country to the ground just because he's not respected, that he's not loved and admired. You gave a platform to a rapist. What are you going to do? You're going to bring Harvey Weinstein in a town hall? You're going to bring R. Kelly into a town hall? Get this through your heads. You didn't do anyone a service. You didn't do your jobs. Your job is to report the news and report the truth. What you did was give a platform to a man who has and will burn this country to the ground if he feels like he's being slighted, if he doesn't feel like he's being respected. A man who expects to be able to get away with anything because he's rich and famous. A man who bragged about sexual assault and even lying about not knowing who she was. She was suing him. You would think that you would know the person that's suing you. But let's look at the 10 major points of what happened on CNN on May 10th, 2023. You let him lie about the 2020 election, continuing his election lies that the election was rigged and stolen against him. Now, to Caitlin Collins' credit, she did rebuff a lot of the lies that he told, especially about the election lies. But she didn't do it forcefully enough. She didn't go for Donald Trump's jugular and squeezed. I would have squeezed. I would have said that you are lying, Trump. Every investigation and audit has shown that you lost in 2020, and you standing up here crying and yelling about it is not going to change the facts. Now, you can lie to your supporters into this audience because they're going to eat it up because they're Republicans and they don't know no better. But you're not going to do it to me, and you're not going to waste my motherfucking time with lies. So if you can't tell the truth about what's going on, about what happened, about something that we know happened, then you can leave the stage right now as the coward that you fucking are. Point 2, you make fun of E. Jean Carroll, saying you know her cat. But what really galls me, what really vexes me, is the simple fact that you make fun of her, and the Republicans in attendance, they laugh about it. You laughed at a sexual assault victim. You laughed. What the fuck is wrong with you? You laugh about sexual assault? You laugh about it? You laugh? The minute, if that would have happened, if I were the moderator, I would say, regardless if I got fired from CNN, this town hall is over. You laugh about a sexual assault victim, it's over. Fuck you, it's over. Moving on. You lie about the border, and you lie about the big wall, the big beautiful wall. You didn't finish the wall. Hell, you tried to hold this country hostage to fix the wall, to finish the wall. You lied about that. Number 4, you lied about the Ukraine-Russian war. We didn't start the war, you fucking idiot. Russia, your man, Vladimir Putin, started this war. You lie about January 6th. You did it all. The only time you ever called for peace was one time during your speech, and the other time 3 hours later, after the attack happened. And in the 3-hour gap in between those two instances was the tweet you put out how much you hate how Mike Pence didn't steal the election for you. Again, Trump, don't try to lie. Don't try to lie. Number 6, you call a police officer who shot and killed, unfortunately, Ashley Babbitt while she was trying to break into the Senate chamber with the expressed motive to kill members of Congress that didn't kowtow to you. You called the cop a thug. Why didn't you call the murderer of so many unarmed African Americans in this country thugs? What makes him so special? Why? Because he killed one of your followers? Sorry, Trump. Ashley Babbitt got exactly what she deserved. She was a criminal, a terrorist. She followed the lies of a liar. It's unfortunate, but unfortunately, the fanaticism that she put herself into got her killed. Plain and simple. Now let's get to the real meat. Number 7, you lied about Georgia. The phone call in which you asked the Georgia Secretary of State to find you votes that will swing the election back towards you. And you stood there, and you stood there on stage saying, I didn't do it. That's not what I meant. I meant fine. Whatever, Trump. You can't even keep your goddamn lies straight. Number 8, you lied about the classified documents. I don't think we need to even go there, should we? Because you took them, you stole them, and you got caught. Plain and simple. You completely misrepresented yourself at every turn. You try to make yourself sound like the great liberator when you're nothing more than the great dictator. And number 10, you called Caitlin Collins a nasty woman. Now, I laugh at that because, honestly, that's a huge tell. A huge tell. Whenever there's a woman out there he can't handle or he can't rape, He calls her a nasty woman. But all these points taken together should show you, and it shows me, that this man cannot be allowed anywhere near power again. That if he ever got back into the White House, it spells the end of the United States of America. Make no mistake about that. This man was willing to burn down the country all because he lost one election, or because he feels like he's not being respected or worshipped. I think the word I should be using is he's not being worshipped the way he believes he should be. You heard it from his own mouth. Because he's rich and famous, he's expected to get away with sexual assault. Enough is enough. This is the man that millions of people are supporting to become president of the United States again. If that happens, this country will be destroyed. And as for you, CNN, you gravely disappointed me. You were my source for the truth about everything that's going on out there. You're my source to get away from the fanaticism that the people like Fox News, ONN, and Newsmax were peddling. I can't even look at you guys the same. I can't look at Wolf Blitzer the same anymore. I can't look at Jake Tapper the same anymore. I can't even look at Anderson Cooper the same way anymore. That's what you've done by letting a rapist have his say. By letting, by giving a platform to one of the worst people this country has ever known. All this under the guise of trying to get ratings. Well, I never thought I would be saying this, but I'm calling for a boycott on CNN until all of their executives and all of their employees apologize for having that town meeting with Donald Trump. That's a move Fox News does. It should not be a move you make. Until we get that apology, I'm calling for people to stop watching CNN. Because quite honestly, they lowered themselves to dirt by letting a rapist have his say to become the next president of the United States. CTP Know The Truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.